HTC killed their facial tracker. Oh no! Is what I would say if I cared. Okay, it isn't a good thing when a VR product gets discontinued, but it isn't necessarily as bad as everyone's making it out to be. This thing's never been the most user-friendly product, and in most cases it's just way more trouble than it's worth, especially when there's suitable alternatives. First of all, it runs off Serenipol, which can be a resource hog. That's if you can get it to install correctly, of course. By the way, you're gonna want to run an older version of it because, yikes. And also, you wouldn't know to do any of this if you're not following this specific VRC face tracking guide. Thankfully, that's all the software problems. Unfortunately, we still have the temperamental facial tracker itself. This thing is a pain. For an HTC headset, it's usually just plug and play, unless it's not. Good luck figuring out what the issue is in those cases because HTC's never really given it much support. For every other headset, you're likely going to need some sort of adapter or USB extender. Be ready to have a few on hand and switch between them, because the facial tracker does not play nicely with these things. Keep in mind, these aren't rare problems, and most people who have a facial tracker have probably experienced at least one of them. So what do you do if you want facial tracking? I'd recommend literally anything else. A Quest Pro's a pretty good option. You have eye and of course face tracking built right into the headset. In my opinion, it looks just as good as Vive's. For a while it didn't support tongue tracking, but that recently got added, so it's pretty much on par. Obviously that doesn't help if you just want to add facial tracking onto the headset you already have. Luckily there's an open source project that fixes that. It's called Project Babel. You do have to build it yourself, but honestly, it's probably easier than dealing with this thing. All you really need is a camera that has good positioning to see your mouth. It's a shame HTC killed their facial tracker, but honestly, I won't complain too much if that means something like Babel is gonna take its place. I'd like to take a second to thank my Ko-fi supporters, or in this case, supporter. Thank you, AST. People like you make these videos possible.